Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. So today I'm going to be sharing with you, whoops, sorry, I bumped the tripod already. Good grief. Apologize. I'm going to put the boy together for Watermelon Kids from Cuddly Cute Designs. This one I don't have the face or anything done. I didn't realize that, so I'll go ahead and show you how I do that too. And I just popped on here, so I should have had pieces separated, so give me a moment here. Quickly try to do this, or not so quickly. I apologize. I'd planned to do this earlier. I'm sorry, I had some well, I just had an appointment that kind of threw me for a loop, so just needed to kind of take a day and adjust and deal with that. So my apologies. But if you see quite a bit of, if you follow me on Facebook also, I pray we'll have a little bit more there. But if you see in the next short while more projects and things coming up, it's just my way of tuning out everything that's going on and dealing with stuff. So, but please, if you have questions about what I'm working on, or just let me know. I know I'm a little behind getting back to some of you on emails and stuff, and I apologize. I will get there soon. Like I said, I'm just trying to deal with things, so we'll get there. Okay, I am going to put the eyes together first. That's just because then I don't, what do I want to say? I don't lose pieces. I'm good at that. Yesterday, I'd forgotten, so bad my mind is lately, I'd forgotten I had told my mom I would make a card for a friend of hers for her birthday. And so yesterday I got my stuff out and I was going to do some heat embossing, and I got that stuff out, and here in that container, I keep stuff in a plastic shoebox, I came across a die set. It's a fall die set, pumpkins and some foliage and stuff from Honeybee Stamps, and I thought it was just lost. I have looked everywhere, and I was so happy to find that. And why it was in that box, I don't know. I've been scouring. I went through my garbage, a couple of my trash receptacle here a couple times, and before I emptied it, and I finally just given up on it, and there it was. So never give up, right? Okay, I'm gonna start on the head, just because it seems to be sometimes the easiest to do. I get these little pieces out of the way. I draw the face on with a pen as I'm making it. I have an older PNG file excuse me, that I had taken. I think it was from a gingerbread face. I don't remember exactly, but I just cleaned that up, used it, and that is what I use. So, okay, I was just putting the face there or the hair there on the face to kind of gauge where I'm at with my eyes and stuff. So, and I usually put my eyes down. I don't put them even with the ear. They appear to be, well, now this one, when I look at the picture on the computer, they are down quite a bit like this. Sometimes they appear to be higher, and I used to do that, and it looked awful. Well, that was my opinion. I shouldn't say it did, but that's just how I felt. So now I'm gonna just hold this up. I tilt my eyes just the slightest bit. Sometimes I tilt them more. I was just kind of making sure they're somewhat even across here, which I'm gonna stick with that. And now I'm going to quick, do my detailing. And And if you're new to my channel, I don't talk very much while I'm detailing because I really tend to mess up then. So these little gadgets are from Amazon. Cherie from Paper Pieces and Leftovers had commented and shared a link. There's some kind of, I think they're for eye makeup. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, like I said, my mind's just not been where it should be lately. I apologize. It's been a rough year already. It's getting worse, so. Okay, and that's where my handy dandy, this is a Mono Zero elastomer eraser. I love this thing. I was gifted this quite a while ago, and it's been, because I was just using a refillable pencil eraser, which works, but it's a lot bigger, so this just comes in much handier. See, there's just a little spot here. I just want to get a little closer. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm hoping I'm in frame. I'm gonna, I'll come back and fix that. Take a moment and look here. I think I am pretty much. I'm gonna let that little oops dry a minute and then I'll come back and fix it. Otherwise, I'll just smear everything, so. Depending upon the size of my paper piece, I will use sometimes a little bit more narrow pen, but this pen is actually getting finally drier, so it's a lot easier to, it's getting more toward the end of its life, and it's just easier to control. So okay, I just come in and dab that black spot either with a white gel pen or a white colored pencil. Either one works really good. So, and if your Jelly Roll pen isn't wanting to write real well, just right off the bat, my suggestion is dab just the tip in just a damp cloth. You should get it to work just fine. I've done that and it works really well. So just an idea. Okay, well, let's get some chalk or some cheeks, and I'm so happy I'm almost done with my Christmas cards. I have one Christmas card left, I believe. I have to recount, and I think 7 Thanksgiving cards, and then I'm done with that project and I could move on. I have to go back and recount. Oh goodness, I'm having a day. I have to go back and recount things. Excuse me, I'm looking for my, I moved everything around and yeah. I didn't realize this smeared, so I'm gonna go back and just cover these up, let them dry a while, and I'll come back and re-ink them. I should have done the eyes before, but last night I was working on a Christmas card and I put liquid pearls on, and for the life of me, I don't know why I don't wait until the very end to do that. Putting his nose on here. Anyway, I didn't, and I made a mess. It was bad. So I should just know lately everything's just not going so great. I'm going to put the hair on, and then I'm going to just that I'll try to remember to do at the end. My luck, I'll forget, and I'll take a picture, and it'll still be black. So, yeah. I hope you guys are having a good laugh. I am. It's been. I was fortunate enough to take advantage of Jaded Blossom's recent stamp sale, and I got some fun new stamps. And my sister had been having a rough week at work, so I made her a card yesterday, and I'm still kind of laughing at it. That happens a lot when I make her cards, so yeah. I couldn't figure out, I kept wanting to put his hat over this way. It's like, it's not working, the end of his hat, so wonderful. Okay, his hat is obviously different than the piece of watermelon because it's got the bite marks out of it. So we're gonna do his hat next. And when you do it, make sure you're, covering up this piece of his hair. I keep forgetting about that. So you want to put it high enough that it covers that. And just so I get it, so everything gets included, I put some glue on there. And some glue on here. I don't put it way to the top just because this part up there, that glue is going to grab it. So I just want to kind of make sure from the back end that it's getting covered. And yeah, it's good. Then you have this little piece that's going to go here. I was just counting the watermelon seeds that will go on his hat. And again, for that, I do put some black glitter glue or black glitter. Yeah, glitter glue. I just do not put that on until after I'm done. And I'm looking for a little piece for the top of his hat. Excuse me, I really am congested today. And no, I don't have COVID. That's part of something else that's I get to fight with now, so I don't know which is, I always say, well, I don't know which is worse, but I'm sure COVID is, so I shouldn't say that. I'm just going to put these on, just kind of dry place them for right now. This has been a fun set to put together. I recently got the bear hugs from Marjorie and Designs, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I was going to try to get a layout done before Tuesday. I'm on the Cuddly Cute Designs design team, but yeah, I took a day, or I'll say a day and a half, to kind of regroup from one of my last medical appointments, so that won't be happening. But when I get it done, I'll share with you. I found some fun paper to use, and I'm not quite used to this Nuvo glue adhesive yet. I like it. It's not a problem with that. it's not, it's a little thicker, I guess, than like the art glitter glue and my reptile glue. So it just takes a little bit longer sometimes to come out, but otherwise it's fine. You know, you get used to a certain kind of glue and hard to switch. I had to adjust my computer screen. I apologize. I kind of know how this goes together, but yet not. So since I haven't done it, and I did leave off the, if you happen to look at the picture online, I left the white strips off of his shoes. Oops. Okay. Careful I don't lose my hearts there. And we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put his head, and I'm gonna hope it'll stay this time. My girl didn't. I'm gonna put him at a tilt, but facing the left. I'll give you a good laugh. The other day I was in the restroom at the clinic, and to lock the door, it said, turn the knob or whatever to the left. I don't know if you know this, I don't know left and right very well. I always have to look at my hands and stop and think. And that was the day I'd had some unexpected news, and stood there for a while. I thought, I just couldn't register. My brain just wouldn't focus on how to get that door locked. I thought, geez, I really need some help here. So yeah, should tell you how things have been going. I'll come back and put the chalk in the eyes. That eye's been bugging me. Okay, and the other thing I did not do was I didn't cut the stripes for the arms. Let me think about this. Let's see, which way is going there? I want them to go out. So I'm having them flare to the left and to the right. So I'll put the arms on here. And the arms, I'll have the thumbs coming in, if that makes sense. I'll show you in a moment. So basically what I'm saying is the flare of the arm got more of a curve out. It's going to go the opposite side of the thumb. But yeah, there's a black piece you can cut and put on his sleeves, stripe of his sleeve. I just left it off. It only shows in one little spot, so I didn't even worry about it. And I just put a strip down the middle of glue for the arms, for the sleeve. Get a hold of that. And then it just holds it here. And I just kind of line it up at the top, up there. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to start doing some fall and not necessarily Halloween stuff, just fall stuff to start here. I'm kind of ready for that. Okay, I think I'll put the shirt on first, and then I will put the sleeves on. Give me a better idea. Helps if I get his head where it should be for a little bit of a and I want to say the angle. I'm just trying to get that shirt up just tucked up and a little bit under his chin. So I hope everybody's doing well. I was told that, at least in our area, and I'm sure it sounds like a lot of others, that COVID is really ramping up again, and I just worrisome. It's just with, you know, when you have underlying health issues. So that's part of the reason I get a lot of paper piecing and stuff done, is because I don't go anywhere other than to the clinic. So, and maybe once in a while to the grocery store. So I'm pretty thankful for that. Okay, I'm going to put his pants on. Before I do it, yeah, I'll attach them. That's fine. I was going to say I was going to put the bottoms and stuff on, but I'm good here. Okay, so trying to line these two up. Let's use this. And if part of the body's not in frame, we're more worried about this part right now. So I'm going to hold the legs there. I'm using the line there to be able to line it up. Put some glue on. I also put a little bit of glue right in here on the body. Just, I can't see white on white, but there are two spots there. And then that's my best way of getting these two lined up. Not that you have to, that's just my crazy way of doing things. Okay, then we have these two pieces, and these go this way, and they're curved to fit right on the pant leg, so they do fit right there. If there are any pieces you want to see, something specific you'd like me to see work on, by all means, leave a message. I'm still looking for some pieces that will, what am I saying? For embossing, to show how I emboss my pieces and then, you know, do all my paper piecing. So I would I won't show how I cut it so much. I'm not set up really to do that well, but can show you how I emboss it, ink it, and put it together. Sometimes that works better with fall stuff, and it takes longer, so it might be easier to do as a fall project also. I'm just going to put one of these shoes on, and they go over the top. They don't go underneath, although you can do that, but pictures showing over the top. I will just put one on and then I'll come back and line them up. These are a little bit harder to do for me to line up two at a time. So where the legs was they were much easier. Okay. So same thing, I just find one of my grid lines and come in and line the other one up. And luckily it didn't move on me, which sometimes I just get carried away and it moves, goes wherever it wants. So okay, then we have this little bottom pieces. This could have been I should have done this in a dark gray, but in fitting with the watermelon theme, I just left them white because you'll see the white of the watermelon and stuff. So this actually, I'm going to turn it sideways. There's an indentation on his shoe on the bottom, so these just go right at the bottom of the shoe, and you'll see they just curve right there, so they match. Well, they should line right up at the bottom if you can get them right there. Okay. Things work when I'm not on camera. I think it's just Murphy's Law or something. I got a new design file from SVG Cutting Files. It's the candy handled treat something. I'd have to look. It's really nice. Cheryl 2008, I think, or is it Share 2008? I can't remember exactly. She did a very similar project. It just didn't have the pockets inside of a treat holder, and I happened to see that SVG Cutting Files had one, so I'm gonna be making some of those too. I'm gonna quick get the name of the file for you here while let's let that sit a minute. Bear with me just a moment. It's the Handled Candy Pocket. Handled Candy Pocket. Really fun little design. So I'm going to be working on those coming up too. Let's just see what I have for paper first. Okay, I'm going to put this on. I'm just trying to figure out. It's going to catch so there's no gap back here in that little part from his cheek to his chin, basically, to his sleeve. So and it kind of matches up basically with the bottom of the hat here. So give you an idea of how that goes. Let's see, I just remember just figuring out where I need to put glue. Put it down there a little bit like that. I'm going to put just a little bit on the back of his chin. Let's try to share with you what I'm going to be working on in case you want to, get any of the files or anything. Just kind of trying to line this up best I can. And I'm going to give you the size here in a moment of this guy. He's just a little bit, well, probably a lot shorter than the girl, but excuse me, he is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6¼ inches high. And again, his mouth is also drawn on with the Cricut and just my black Pilot pen. Okay, we're just about done, unless, oh, there. Unless you know where I put the green piece for the watermelon. Okay. If you've made it this long, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. It's, life's been kind of crazy lately, but gotta roll with the punches, right? Okay, and then we have this will go right there. Put the hearts and it's so quiet in the building today. Almost feels like a morgue. It's so quiet. No complaints, but it just seems weird for an apartment. But I'm really very thankful. It's we really have, for the most part, a very quiet building. And maybe because I don't have anybody above me or anything, it's possibly more quiet. Okay, again, dry placing these just because it just helps me to get an idea of where I'm putting them. And there are only 4 here, just because of that piece that's bitten into would normally have one there, but it won't because of the bite there. And I know they're a little bit off. I have to move them a little bit, but it gives me somewhere to start. Sorry if you see a glare on my craft mat. With the lights, it's kind of hard to avoid sometimes, so as I was putting the girl together, and especially now, I don't know why, but I am so hungry for watermelon. It's getting so close, at least our area, for fresh watermelon. And you know, not, you can get it all year long, but it just isn't the same as it is in August, late July and August. So all right, and I was looking, I'll be able to put this on. This goes at an angle. His hands will get covered up, or his arm here, so we're good. And it goes up a little bit. Just put some glue in the middle. I might have to go back over that eye again with a either Jelly Roll pen or a, I want to say, white pencil, colored pencil. Just picking up a lot of pink, and I think I didn't let the black marker dry enough, so it's all good. Okay, and these pretty much, the hands on the picture going kind of across from each other, so excuse me, that makes sense. Let's try and fix that eye, and then I'll do some highlighting here. It could have been partly the reflection from the light. Also, I can never tell. So, apologize. My throat is awful today. Since these are bigger pieces, I tend to use a number 10 Jelly Roll pen. If it was, a smaller piece, I would be using a number 8. They do have a number 5 also if you're, have very small pieces, but even the cards I was working on, I just did a number 8 Jelly Roll pen, and it was fine. So yeah, but again, completely up to you. Now I was going to come back and show you on his shoes. Excuse me, there are 2 stripes you can put on there. I chose not to. I just wanted to leave it as it is. So oh goodness, excuse me. Had a little bit too much chalk that dropped there. Want to be careful for my watermelon, or my seeds there. A lot of this you can't really see. Well, maybe it's picking up the reflection on the light, but a lot of times it's just, you can see it a little bit on the paper in real life. I don't know, it does something, I think. I've had a lot of people ask, how you get it so shiny. Well, part of it's just the way I film it, but part of it, it'll reflect the highlighting too, and that'll make it shinier. So a lot of things involved there with that. You wonder what I'm doing. I wipe off, I don't have a piece of paper down, so I just wipe off the excess on my hand. Could do it on my craft mat too, but I just so used to doing it on my hand. Little more than I wanted there. I am better at buffing it out with a plain Q-tip or my fingers. Not Q-tip, pom-pom. Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything today. But you can just buff it out with the plain pom-pom also. But, again, I apologize. There is the finished piece. I'll bring in the girl. And he's got some watermelon behind, so I don't know if I'll get them all in frame. I just trying to kind of see. You can see she's quite a bit bigger. She can be the big sister. We'll just leave it at that. So she would have one at the bottom of her, and he's got some back here, and it'll just depend on, honestly, how I put the layout together. But I'll get her out of the way. There he is. I will come back with a picture at the end, and you'll be able to see what it looks like with the glitter on it. It really is pretty. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's picking it up on the seeds. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Any questions, please just leave a comment. I'll get back to you.